Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. I will try to make this as brief and short to the point as possible. All right, first some housekeeping stuff here. We got stopped out of the last Nikkei short. We were able to cover on yesterday's bar here at the low of the bar, thus lowering our cost on the stop out. So instead of taking a big whopping loss, we were able to cut it down to an average loss, which is great. One thing to note is that we are trading in a consolidated range right now. It's not a Kumo cloud consolidation like you see here in the cloud, but it is a hyper extended range from the break that we had from up here. Okay, right now basically we're trading inside of the following: August the 8th high and August the 9th low. All right. So really nothing to see here. Past 2 days we have total inside days. All right, where we stayed inside of the low and the high of the range. Okay, so yesterday's action is really inconsequential, and so far today's market action is inconsequential. We have major resistance levels that we have to deal with. Right now you're looking at a chart of the E-mini NASDAQ futures. Now I want you to see something. The first resistance right here is at this this level right where we are about right now. All right. The next resistance is at this blue line right here. Then the next resistance is up here at this red line right here. And then this next one is this orange line right here. And then the next resistance you'll find is this brown line right here. All right. And then the next resistance up there is right here. So several resistance zones, if you will, that we have to cross. Not to mention this bar resistance, 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 and this bar resistance. So several challenges on the way, long way, a lot hard game ahead of us. And so far, based on prices right now, real time, as they're trading this morning on August the 11th, here it's around 10:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 20 minutes to 11. Right now, if the market were to close right now, we are forming a long upper shadow, and this is typically a bearish signal, particularly when it occurs near a high price level or some sort of resistance level, which we are trying to flirt with this resistance level right here. Okay, and we also have a spinning top, and that's a candle with a small real body. Okay, notice these here were humongous, long, elongated candles. Okay, and basically spinning tops identify a session in which there is little price action. Is defined by the difference between the open and the close. During a rally or near new highs, a spinning top can be a sign that prices are losing momentum and the bulls may be in trouble, actually. Okay, now we do have a negative 29 reading on the swing VIX. All right, yesterday's reading on the swing VIX was negative 30, so that's considered support building. Okay, you can't say you have higher highs and higher lows because we took out yesterday's low already, okay, in the overnight session. So that doesn't apply here. You really don't have a bullish cause. You have a bearish one because, as you can see here, right here in this corner right here is a little red bear. Still in a bear market. Hence here too, bear market. We're trading below the Kumo cloud still. We are trading above the long-term trend line support now. All right, it was resistance for only a day, and since then we've been hanging out above it. Okay, that's the only bullish cause you have right now. Okay, by the way, this is not the 200 period moving average that 99% of people in the world use. This is a total different measure. It's a proprietary indicator. All right, that shows long-term trend line support and resistance in a market. All right, it's a proprietary thing that I use in addition to the Kumo cloud. All right, okay. looking at some other things here, take a look at momentum. Okay, right now, as of this moment, the uptrend is still intact. Okay, with prices holding above the trend line support at 2089 3/4. That's the trend line support for the NASDAQ futures. Okay, trend strength though still remains bearish. Okay, trend line retracement readings is this: the close is currently above its post wave cycle trend line retracement of 2089.75. Today's price action, okay, shows that based on current price movement right now, we are set to close below the long-term trend line support, believe it or not. And this is bearish as the market is now under heavy distribution, which we've been seeing, especially with strong sell-offs in the close. And we are currently below the long-term trend line retracement of 2205, which is a big deal. All right, and today's price action so far is trading below that, and this is also bearish as the market is now under heavy distribution. Intraday price projections are as follows. Top side, we have 2133. Actually, let me go back. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Give me a second here. I need to change that to current view. Okay. All right. Now here we go. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Intraday price activity is this: we have resistance at 2172.66. Support is at 2075.5. Okay. We did get below that. We hit 2057.5. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. And we did have a signal to go short at 2075, and it did it pre-market. So, excuse me, I have some ice, but I would look to get short at that level again. Okay, I finished quenching my ice. Okay, as I was. Let's see. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Now we do have another thing I want to add to you for today. Let's see here. Give me a second. One last thing I want to point out is that, remember, we crashed down more than 520 points on yesterday's close in the Dow. Right now the Dow is up 272 points. Okay, so you can say almost halfway of what we lost yesterday. So that's really not impressive. It's only impressive if we take out and close above yesterday's high. Then we can say, all right, now we have something else going on here, and not just bears liquidating like we did, like we got out of our Nikkei last night. So it could be just some short covering right here. I don't see why anyone would actually come in and start buying. I do not believe that we will take out yesterday's high at all in the NASDAQ, which is 2168.25. We would need to close above that. We need to take that out and close above that in order to start building a more bullish scenario going forward. All right. So that's pretty much where we are at this point. One other thing is, if we do take out yesterday's high, then we actually start to get into a new pulse wave, and I'll do a video on that later on. But that's all I want to talk about for right now. Right now, we're still bearish, and I still believe that the market is going to be in a sell the rallies mode on top of here. So that's it for now, and remember, take what you can and give nothing back.